This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Mike Murphy.
Thank you, Charlie, for the introduction. Yes, I am Mike Murphy with the Good Neighbor Podcast. What we do is we talk to local business owners and influencers so that you, the consumers, whoever you may be, can understand and get to know local business owners as human beings and not just logos on a business card. With me today is my buddy Mark Padgett. Mark and I have met a couple times. We've sat in the same room together, and he is the consummate professional. He's a good guy, and he's offering a service to business owners that I think it's important that we all know about. If you own a business or if you know someone that owns a business, I want you to know Mark. So having said that, Mark is with Clearant by Explore. So I want Mark to introduce his business to the community. So Mark, without further ado, who's Mark and what do you do?
Thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to be on with you today. I greatly appreciate it. Give you some information on who Mark is. So my name is Mark Padgett. As Mike said, I am an account executive for a company called Clearant. We are a technology company that focuses on payment solutions, helping businesses of any size be able to accept all forms of payments, whether it's credit cards, gift cards, ACH, checks, invoicing, whatever it might be. We want to be able to help your business be able to accept those payments. We are one of the fastest growing credit card processors in the United States. We have over 31 billion processed annually for credit cards. We have over 66,000 businesses that partner with us. And we partner with over 800 partners, software companies, technology companies. So anything that we would be able to help a business out with, we would love to do that.
Okay, so it's way bigger than just Mark sitting in his office helping his clients, because 66,000 businesses, that's a lot.
Correct, yes. We are nationwide.
You mentioned gift cards. That's kind of surprising to me. So how does that work? Yeah,
that's something that's growing. It's the number one gift for Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day. So that's one area that we focus on, to be able to have credit card terminals or point of sale systems that are able to process gift cards, whether it's through our software or e-gift cards. We are able to create those with business owners for them to be able to sell and to be able to utilize.
Okay. So any business that's saying to themselves, I want to start offering gift cards to my clients, they call you and you can kind of help them put that into place. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. And we come up with different ways for them to market them as well. Like I said, they can be hard plastic gift cards or e-gift cards, and kind of do what I like to call grassroots marketing for that business. Come up with ways that they can utilize them. Not just saying, hey, we sell gift cards, but come up with ways that they can get them involved in the community.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I had no idea you did that. So how long have you been in this business? I mean, tell me about that. How did you get into the business?
So it actually started, I was working at a place in Northern Kentucky called Silver Lake, the family place. I'm sure you probably heard of that.
I do know it well.
Yeah. So I was working there, and one of the members actually worked for a bank, and he had a position come available in credit card processing. And after having a couple conversations with them, ended up interviewing for the position. And this was now 13 years ago, and really enjoyed meeting business owners and finding out, ways that they want their business to grow, ways that they want to save money. And every day is something new, and learning about those small businesses or medium-sized businesses, and finding ways to help them with their business is really something I've enjoyed over the years.
Okay, cool. Well, just being honest here, it's like your business is one of those business categories that initially somebody might think, okay, well, it's kind of boring. But I'll tell you, when you are a business owner and you have to know what you do and you have to know the nuance behind it and you need your services, it's anything but boring because it becomes in that moment very exciting um,
Yes.
because you're affecting people's money, their ability to get paid. So, do you have any particular, um, say, a client, um, like a good, like an example of
Yeah.
how you've helped a business in the past?
Yeah. I've had several. So a lot of people, when, they think of credit card processing, it's more of a hassle. If they find something that's working, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to talk about it. But every once in a while you come across somebody that has no idea. They know I'm a business owner. They're busy running their business. I had one recently that working with a general manager for a pizza location, that their existing point of sale system was not doing anything for them. It was making their day a lot more difficult than it was helping them. We actually have a software that is designed for restaurants and for pizza locations that took their daily job and their daily assignments and made it a lot more efficient for them. Um, anytime you're able to come in and bring in a software or hardware that is able to help someone's day and make their day a lot easier, um, it saves them time and money. Um, I would say, meeting people like that and helping them work through through the system is definitely a bonus for me.
Okay, so time is money. So if you're saving them time, you're also saving them headache.
Yeah.
So it's also relieving them of the headache and the hassle of doing that part of the business. So you're able to build in efficiencies, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, absolutely. And save, like I said, save them time and money, whether it's keeping track of inventory, keeping track of customers, keeping track of employees clocking in, clocking out.
So actually, it sounds like it's pretty easy to do business with you. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a local representative here in the Northern Kentucky area. Um, as far as getting statements, having conversations with business owners, basically it's having a conversation and finding ways that I can help you out. A lot of times customers might not even choose me, but
Mhm.
I tell people all the time, use me as a resource. I know I've been in the field for over 13 years now, looking at credit card processing statements, looking at businesses of what fees they can be charged, what fees they can get rid of. So I would definitely be a great resource to any business, to whether you're new or existing, to have a conversation to see if we can help you.
Okay, so you're kind of like me in that I run some local magazines. I do a lot of local marketing, but I understand not every single business owner can be a client of mine. But
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean that I can't help them out. It doesn't mean that I
100%.
don't have some, knowledge in my brain to share with them. And I'm a firm believer that if you help your fellow man, it is going to come back to you in spades at some
Yeah.
point or another.
Yeah, I've
So,
I've actually had several conversations with businesses over the years that we'll take a look at how they're processing, we'll take a look at their statements, and I'll be upfront and honest with them, and I'll tell them, hey, you've got a great deal, you've got a great rate, but these are some things that I can add or some things that we can help you with. It might not be the right timing for them at that moment to make a change, but a year down the road, I have several customers that I reached out to a year, 2 years ago, and are now calling me now saying, hey, I know it wasn't a good time then, but we're looking to add this or we're looking to change. And they reach out to me. I do give everyone I meet with my cell phone number. That's the easiest way to get in contact with me. So
yeah.
I have existing customers from previous employers that'll call me and ask me a question. And even though I'm not with them, that company anymore, I can still, give them some guidance, some advice, and I have no problem answering those calls.
Okay, well, good. You're putting positivity out there into the universe, and the universe will reward you in
Yes.
ways that you don't ever see coming. I can
Yep.
promise you that. So let's take a little departure from talking business right now. Let's talk some personal stuff if you're willing, and that
Yeah.
is, do you have a family? And what's that look like? Who are they?
Yeah. So I'm been married. My wife's name is Stacy. We actually met in Mexico several years ago.
Hmm.
We now have two children. Our daughter is 11 and our son is 9. They are both very active in sports. So our days, nights, weekends are filled with their activities, and I couldn't be happier. I really enjoy their activities or every sport that they are in.
One of the very few times I get to actually relax is when I'm sitting and watching my grandson play baseball.
Mhm. Yes.
So, I mean, I can appreciate that.
I don't know.
I was a coach for a while, and it's kind of stressful, but I like to just sit and watch now.
Yeah. So I do help coach in quite a bit of their activities or sports.
Okay.
And yes, they are very enjoyable, but they can, in my opinion, they can be stressful at times too, because you want them to do so well and you want them to succeed. So
Yeah.
those moments sometimes can be a little stressful, but I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, just like in sports, the same goes for business. There are always lessons in the losses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't win them all. We can't win every client, but we can always learn. Always, always, always. There's something to learn. So as a coach, I had to learn that. As a business owner, I've had to learn that. And you have to continue to just realize that that's part of life. So I guess that's my little coach speech
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Sports were a big part of my life growing up, and you learn a lot about life lessons from those activities. And I know I have, and I know my children are as well.
So when you guys aren't doing sports, and I mean, hopefully you get to take vacation. Where do you guys go? What do you like to do?
So a lot of our vacations are sports related right now. So
Okay.
our son is on a traveling hockey team, so we travel
Hmm.
with his team in the wintertime. Our daughter's on a traveling softball team and a traveling volleyball team. So a lot of times our vacations are centered around those types of activities. We do try to get at least one family vacation in the summertime. We'll normally go down to Florida, or this year we're actually going on a cruise. Um, so we do try to take at least 1 week out of the year that where we're able to get away.
Okay. Well, I'm 61 years old. I've never been on a cruise. Have you been on a
Oh,
cruise before?
yes, I've been on probably about 10 or 12, I'd say, somewhere on there.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, we like to take them. It's they're very enjoyable. I enjoy them.
Okay. Well, um, if I have questions or a little bit of
Yeah,
anxiety before I actually take my first one, I'll reach out to you. So
yeah,
sounds
absolutely.
like you're an expert in that regard. All right. One other thing I wanted to ask you, do you only do business locally, or can anyone in the U.S. that runs a business and has need for payment processing do business with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So any business, whether it's locally here or in California, I actually have one that I signed up recently. The business is actually located in Oxford, Ohio, but the owners are located in California.
Hmm.
That's one thing with technology these days. We're able to do a lot virtually. So
Yeah.
whether it's a demo on equipment, whether it's an activation training, we can do a call just like this to where we can be face to face, even though we're thousands of miles apart. So,
Yeah.
I don't have any restrictions on what business I would be able to work with. So, if you're a business owner, wherever you are, I'd love to meet with you and talk with you.
You bring up a good point. I mean, you and I mean, I'm here in Kentucky. You could be in California for all I know or care, because it's the same experience. And so I guess it's kind of the same with doing business, in your type of business.
Yes.
So that's good.
Now,
That's good.
I do anywhere I can go face to face. I will.
Mhm.
I can come to your location and meet with you, and it is important a little bit to where I'm able to see your business. I'm able to see how
Mhm.
you operate. That does help in certain circumstances,
Okay.
but it's not a must.
All right. So you're not just trying to sign a client, you're actually rolling up your sleeves and learning how they do business to try to figure out what the best fit is for them.
Yes, I am not only the account executive to learn about your business and get you up and running. I'm also our training and activation department. Now, we do have a training and activation department, but I will come to your location, make sure everything's up and running properly, follow up, making sure everything is working properly. All your employees are trained. I will come to your location and make sure that everything is working properly, to where a lot of times, a lot of our competitors will come in, they'll sign somebody up, and then you will never see them again. That's something that, I take great pride in setting ourselves apart is, I'm going to follow up with you. And to sometimes you might not like it, because once a month, I'm probably going to reach out to you just to talk to you, to see how things are going, send you a text message. I definitely want to have that more personable touch and stay in contact with my customers to make sure everything is working properly.
Well, that sounds great. So if somebody likes what they hear and they want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
A phone call. My cell phone number is 859-391-0701. Or you can email me. It's just Padgett, which is Padgett @clearant.com. So Give me a phone call, send me a text message, send me an email. I'd love to with you and your business and see how we can help you.
Okay. Well, perfect. Well, that's where it all starts then. Well, thanks for spending time with me today and explaining a little bit about your business. And I've known you a little bit here or there from meeting you at various different networking events. Mm-hmm. It was nice to sit with you and hear a little bit more about you and who you are and how you do business. That's important to me. That's the whole purpose of this podcast. So thanks for taking the time to sit with me. I know you're very busy. And I look forward to seeing you out there in the community and helping you grow your business. So with that in mind, until you and I meet again, I'll say to the listeners out there, thanks for listening. Everybody, please be kind to your neighbors. Until next time, we'll see you.
Thanks for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast Union. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpunion.com. That's gnpunion.com, or call us at 859-651-8330.